what has come up for you this week?
Just realizing how much I'm like my mom. Realizing how much I have some anxiety as well. And I'm over like, maybe not here on vacation because I'm chill. But when I'm back at work, when I'm back in my life, I'm like, oh my goodness, I do the same thing. Like,
and what is that? What you're talking about? What is it that your mom does that you do the same thing?
Just running around. Like sometimes I feel like she's running around like a headless chicken and just like getting here and there and there. And I got to do this, I got to do that. Oh my God, this and the other. And I see myself sometimes doing that. But I don't catch myself at the time. I see it afterwards, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's where I get it from.
You know? Well, okay, say cancel to that, because then you're stuck with it.
Yes.
If you got it from your mom, then you're stuck with it. Okay.
Right.
So, all righty. So let's look at that headless chicken thing. All right? Because you go, oh, I don't realize it at the time, but then later on I do. Okay, so the trick then is to go, all right, now I recognize what I'm doing, but what you're not doing is you're not sitting down and reworking it, figuring it out, right? Mm-hmm. So what you want to do is, so do you have a pen and paper handy?
I do, yes.
Good. Okay, so what you want to do is go back to the last time that you remember running around like crazy and then going, oh my gosh, I did it again, right? Mm-hmm. And then just go look at that. What exactly were you doing? What exactly do you do that has you in that state of mind? And one of the things to look at, so when I stopped doing it, because I used to do that too, because, you know, everybody does that, so I never thought twice about it. And then I started to actually question my choices, okay? Mm. So write down some questions about your choices, like are you aware? For instance, I will tell you, I can literally think about, should I do this or that? And maybe there's something I think I should be doing, but it'll feel like it's going to put some pressure on me, right? Like maybe I'm choosing to do something and I really don't have enough time to do it. And it would be a lot of pressure, right? And so I will stop and I'll go, okay, is there another time I can do this? Is there a different way I can do this? And I could tell because one of the things you told me was how you got into this really spontaneous conversation with somebody, and it went on for an hour. And I'm guessing you probably do that every so often, and that can does that kind of get in the way of your getting to where you need to go on time and stuff like that? Yeah. So for instance, like that kind of thing, what you could do is recognize, okay, if I start talking, and I love to talk, but if I do that, then I'm going to, if I can do that if it's my last client and I don't have anything else to do. But otherwise, I have to really set a timer for myself, and then I have to have the self-discipline to leave, right? Or whatever it is. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But see, what you want to do is take advantage of when you have those moments where you pushed yourself. Let yourself look back. So like before you go to bed at night, try this. Keep a little journal before you go to bed and just keep track of it. Like keep track of where did I push myself? Did I not give myself enough time to get to where I was going? And then everything got pushed out of whack. And the thing is, it'll be something that you're really comfortable with. No, I won't say comfortable. You're familiar with it. You're familiar with being go, 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 push, push, push. Okay. And do you tend to be late places, or are you on time?
I'm late places. Most of the time I'm late.
Okay. Right. Okay. So I guarantee you're not giving yourself enough time to get where you need to go.
Yeah.
All right? So first of all, one of the things that helped me a lot was when I started literally, you have to be very literal about this, you have to decide to give yourself an extra half an hour beyond what you think you need.
Yeah.
And let it be okay if you get there early and you're just waiting. Just start to train yourself to do it differently. Because that being late, now mind you, I always say, like, I'm always on time. Even if I'm late, I'm on time, because I figure if someone has an issue with what time I got there, that's their problem, But generally, if I know that it's important for me to be someplace, like you'll notice, other than today, and that's just because I wasn't quite prepared for talking at 6:30, but I am like always on time, always, like no question about it. Of course, it's the phone, but I got to where I could do that with my, driving places too. I had to have a different mindset. So write that down. Create a different mindset. Okay, because this is a familiar thing to you. That go, push. It's just like you said. Your mom does that, right? So it's familiar. It's how you grew up. And so you don't question it. I mean, you might be annoyed by it, but it's like, oh, yeah, my mom was like that, so I'm like that. You don't even think there's another way, right? Mm-hmm.
Very true.
So I would suggest that you work with your nature team. Ask your nature team to help you see exactly what you need to know so that you can be on time. And see, part of being on time is that you're going to be able to breathe and feel comfortable. All right? And so you're used to kind of being like, right, kind of tight.
Yes.
It's tight.
Yes.
Now, let me tell you the other thing that really got my attention. So did you know that the number one drug in the world is adrenaline? And so so every time you're late, you're getting an adrenaline rush.
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels so good.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I didn't realize that. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
like, yes,
so that's why
people,
like,
I made it almost just in time. I made it, I'm just right there. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So rather than having people have to get used to you always being late, you could train yourself to be early, which is like that's a tricky one, isn't it? Like people who are late are so happy to be on time. The idea of being early is like, wait a minute, I'm early. This is terrible, But really try to get yourself to get places early, like literally 10 minutes early, and then just sit there and, do your texting or whatever you're going to do and then walk in on time. But you're going to have to overcome this addiction. You have an addiction to adrenaline.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay.
I definitely see that.
And as much as you think it feels good, it's so bad for your adrenals.
Yeah, yes. Oh, gosh. And maybe that's why my body is out of whack.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh,
so think about that. I bet your adrenals are totally depleted for being like this for a long time, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because driving around stations, I'm always like, go, gotta go here, gotta go there. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And especially in LA. Are you in LA?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so and there you never know what the traffic's going to be doing. So it's kind of like, or maybe you do and you know the back ways. But yeah, this is something where you just want to retrain yourself, and once you recognize that you're getting an adrenaline hit every time you're late, and so you're getting that throughout the day.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, and do you drink coffee?
No, I can't drink coffee. I learned that a long time ago. I can't drink coffee. Good. I can't drink coffee or any green tea. I can't. Every once in a while I'll have green tea, but that'll make sure I don't sleep that well that night. Yeah. Okay.
So look, this is your replacement. This is what you have done to replace coffee and tea.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right?
I had no idea.
But it makes sense, doesn't it? Now that I say that, it's like,
completely.
Oh my God.
It completely makes sense. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Which is probably why now I'm actually losing weight. My mom's like, oh, look, you're losing weight. I'm like, yes, because now it makes sense because I'm not in a rush. I'm not, running to go here, running to go there. I'm drinking enough water because sometimes I don't drink enough water during my day because I don't have time to go to the restroom.
Yeah. Well, you're going to find out that you actually do. What you have to do is discipline yourself. Just like working with a child or training a puppy, you know what I mean? It's like, I know it sounds really silly, but that's kind of what it's like, because it's really like a child in you that wants these things. You want to spend time with people, you want to talk, you don't want to feel like you're working, but then because of that, then you spend more time talking than you should, and you're late to the next appointment, and then you're pushing that. And it's just a constant cycle. And, you'll notice that people who are on time are always on time, and people who are always late are usually always late.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And so you can get that it's just a habit. And I used to always be late, and then I just changed the habit, And so, like if you're in a school and they say, okay, if you're late 3 times, you're out of here. Do you think you'd be on time? Like, no question. No question. And I mean, you might stress being on time, but you would be on time. So what we're going to try to do here for you is get it to where not only are you on time, but you do it without stressing yourself out, so that you are relaxed everywhere you go. Okay? Feels better already.
Yes, that feels good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So like for instance, when you're doing the giving game, just multitask. Listen while you're driving. Listen to stuff while you're driving, because if you can, I'm assuming that you know where you're going and you're not trying to it's like okay. So when you know where you're going, it's just like, autopilot. Start listening to, do the toning while you're driving. Do all these things while you're driving, right? If you can. Now, I will.
No, I think here. I can.
I'm an auditory learner. Yeah, no, I'm an auditory learner, so it's really easy for me to listen and drive under any circumstances, but some people aren't like that. But if you are, that's a good example of a way that you can calm yourself down while you're driving. Like, listen to something that's calming to you, whatever it is. It could even be one of the children's affirmations. I had this one woman who had been doing, the just how to feel better stuff, and then she came across the children's affirmations, and she started listening to Amelia's affirmation every day as she went to work, and she loved it. So try listening to that. Go find that on, if you go to YouTube, you'll go to my channel. You know how to get to my channel on YouTube?
Yeah.
And there's playlists, and if you go to the playlists, and then you'll see Children of Light affirmations. In there is one called Amelia's Affirmations. Start listening to that. It's not going to put you to sleep, but it'll calm you down, and it'll really start. So just practice that as you're driving, or whenever, not when you're under pressure, but right. But try to make it a really different experience.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I love that. And gosh, it's like I now know what's going on. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really made me realize, wow, like this, I'm addicted to the adrenaline of being late and just running the adrenaline, period. I'm addicted to the adrenaline, and that's what I've used. And I'm thinking, I don't have to drink coffee, and I'm drinking tea, so I'm fine. Well, not so much.
Yeah, right. Once I figured that one out, I'm like, okay, that's it. And even what you watch, it's funny, like I can't stand horror movies, but people who like horror, those are adrenaline junkies. But even the stuff that is like just intent, like has an intensity to it, that brings up adrenaline. And sometimes if it's too much, I like something I'm watching, but I'll actually have to fast forward through it a little bit so that it's just not, shooting off adrenaline all the time. I'm like, no, I want to watch this, but I'm not. So I actually will fast forward through things that are too adrenaline, because I'm so aware of it now.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, I don't watch any TV. I can't watch a lot of stuff on TV.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I don't watch TV either, but I watch I do watch like Netflix or something like that. But their stuff has gotten really dark. Like that's really, I'm like trying, like what happened to the good old stuff that was really fun to watch? I'm having to dig through to find older films that were kind of enjoyable and sweet and So, but in any case, go ahead.
No, I watch it with my patients. Sometimes they have this Me TV channel, and they have like old shows. Highway to Heaven, I Love Lucy, and I'm like, oh my God, I love these shows. Like these really good shows. What's wrong with like why can't you bring these type of shows back? Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I know. Well, maybe they will come back someday. Who knows? but anyhow, so what you're going to do is when you go to bed at night, keep a journal, keep track of what you did and what you could improve. So I was doing really good, and then I did this, and then, okay, so how could I improve that? How could I make that better? And just start to think about that so that you can kind of unravel the day, figure it out, and know that every day is your teacher, right? So each day you're learning from the day that you just spent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now it isn't like a noose, right? It's not like a noose around your neck anymore. Now it's like, ooh, I learned this, and I see that now. But what's interesting for you is that you get kind of caught up in the moment, but later you look back and you go, oh, that I could have done that better. And if you look at it that way, like, oh, let me think about how I could have done that better, instead of being like, oh, that's just how I am. Right. You're going to learn, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like doing have you gotten to the stuff by Marie Kondo yet where it's called The Japanese Art of Tidying Up? Have you seen that one yet? It's on
yes.
Okay. So that's been life-changing for me. Amelia just did that over the last couple of weeks, and then painted her room, and it looks so great in there now, and she just loves keeping it clean because everything is so neat and organized, all the drawers, all the closets, and it just loves staying that way. Well, it's kind of the same thing. It's sort of like you're doing tidying up of your brain, right? So when you tidy up your house, you're tidying your brain, right? But when you get to the end of the day and you look back at things that you want to improve, it's the same idea. It's like tidying up what you just did and go, oh, I could hang this up. I could put that in the drawer. I could, and so just look at it that way, like you're just going to tidy up. And then you don't have to feel any guilt or, oh, I should have done it better. No, whatever it is where you're at, right? So there's no need to worry about that, right? Yeah. So and it'll help with everything. It'll help in relationships, everything. Like if you look back at a discussion you had and you just take a moment and you think, okay, how could I have done that better? If it's uncomfortable or whatever, just go, could I have done that better? Or you might just go, do Ho'oponopono and just be like, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, and let it go, But whatever it is, resolve it before you go to sleep, right?
Right, okay. I love that. Resolve it before I go to sleep,
Yeah, and then I'd really suggest you listen to the toning meditation as you're going to sleep and actually start toning with it. And you might last a minute and then you fall asleep, but just start doing the toning. And then your subconscious mind is going to work on peace all night long.
Yeah. I do it when I do my yoga stretches. I'll put the toning meditation when I do that. But I'll put it on right before I go to bed as well,
Yeah. Are you actually singing with it?
No, I'm just kind of listening to it.
Okay, don't do that. Sing. I'm not kidding. I had a woman who I told her to do this, and she didn't listen to me for a month. I'm like, dude, get your money's worth, man. Do it. So she finally started toning, and she was like, oh, my gosh, it's completely different. I'm like, yeah. So the toning, the thing with the toning is that it's the frequency and the vibration is moving through your whole body. It is completely different than being a passive listener. Okay? It doesn't matter how you sound. You can hum, but just make a sound, right? Because it will make a difference. And so keep track of that this week, okay? Keep track of how different the experience is when you sing.
Yeah.
So and do it other than when you're about to fall asleep, because you only get a minute or two out of that. But But try it. In fact, try waking up. Okay, so what time do you normally wake up in the morning?
Well, now it's not close to like 9.
But I mean, when you're working, do you get up around 9?
When I'm working, I usually get up at 7:30.
Okay.
Actually, I should say my alarm goes off at 7:30, which I'm now going to be getting up at 7:30 after this.
Okay, so
call.
do this. Have your alarm go off at 7:15, and what you're going to do is just lie in bed and tone for 10 minutes, and then get up.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay, and then another thing you can do. So say you did the toning for 10 minutes. So just turn it right on. Have it right next to your bed, so you can just lie there and you don't have to get up. But then there's a breathing technique that you can do to help you wake up. And let me think how it works. Okay. You breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So it's like that. Okay? Just keep breathing like that and do that for a few minutes, and it'll wake you up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. So into the nose, out, and do it really in and out, in and out, in and out like that. Okay?
In and out, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll definitely put that into practice once I get back to work, do that. My regular scheduled programming. Okay.
Right. So let me ask you this. So you said, did you say work? Was that what you said when we were talking? You said, when I get back to work. Oh, okay. What does that tell you about what you do? Okay. So let's take a look at this for just a minute. You actually have the ability to work less because you don't have to take on clients if you don't want to, correct?
Right. Yes.
Okay. So if you knew, we've talked about this before, but if you knew you were going to die in 6 months, would you work?
No.
I mean, let's say that you're going to be, let's say you're going to be well for a couple of months, but you're going to kind of just, what would you do? You probably would not think that work was a really good idea. You'd be like, well, I want to kind of I want to work with people, but I just want to work with a few people. I don't want to have more and more.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that, okay, so let's look at, did you get the book? I don't know if it was you or someone else, but I talked about this book called The Soul of Money by Lynn Twist. Did I talk to you about that?
Again? No.
It's called The Soul of Money by Lynn Twist. And get the first, she's written 2 books. Get the first book.
Okay.
But in there, she talks about, now write these down, these are the 3 myths of scarcity. And by the way, Lynn Twist is in the Giving Game. She does a little talk in there, but the book is fabulous. So she says there are 3 myths of scarcity. First myth is there's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is more is better. And 3 is it's just the way it is. So you are caught up in all 3 myths of scarcity.
Yes.
You see that? Right? I got to have more. There's not enough, and it's just the way it is. I got to go. So that's really not true. It's really not true. And so what you want to do is really sit back and go, what would be comfortable and pleasant? What would be a pleasure for me? Now, so let's look at your situation. Do you own your place? Do you rent a place? What's your situation?
I own it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so, can you comfortably, are you trying to save money? What is it that you're trying to do that has you go all the time? Is it that you don't think you can't pay your bills? Why do you do that?
I think it's just feeling like definitely more is better. That's definitely
great.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. I can work with that really easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just right because if people are just on the edge, it's a lot harder to help them shift. But if you can recognize, it's more is better, right? Yeah. Then it's like, I can do something about this, right?
Yeah.
And it's really funny because it kind of reminds me at the very beginning of our talks talking about your sister. It's like this way of thinking that it's just how it is. This is just how I am. And you tell her, that, I don't like it one little bit. And you're saying, yeah, but when I talk to her, she'll know what I'm saying. And that's where you're at. You know this, like you can talk to yourself and go, honey, you don't need to work yourself to the bone. There's no reason for it at all.
Right.
You can literally think about this. If you choose, you can have a life that is not about work. Like, I technically work when I'm talking to you, but it's a total pleasure for me, right? I don't feel like I'm working. I like having a really fun, excellent conversation that I can't have with just the average person that I meet when I'm walking down the street, or you know what I mean? So I get to actually get on the phone and have a really enlightening conversation that's fun, that I enjoy, right? But technically, you would call it work. So what I want to say to you is, you've created an idea that work has to be something, whatever. So write down your little list. What is it that work is to you? And just write down a few words about, because I know that you have a really good attitude, and I know people love you, and I know you love your clients. But write down, like, all the positive things that you love about your work, and then the things that are challenging for you, that take the fun out of it, let's say. Okay? And I'm just going to give you a minute, and you can tell me as you go what you're coming up with, or you can just write it all down and then read your list off, whatever you like, okay?
Okay. So just as I'm reading, I already wrote, I can give back, so it's a way for me to give back. It's annoying. It's frustrating.
Okay, so do one at a time. So let's do the positive thing first. So is that it for your positive? Is your positive list just, it's a way to give back?
It's a way to give back, yeah.
Okay, all right. So listen, in order for you to give back, you have to receive. So on a scale of, I know this is a tricky question, right? So on a scale of 1 to 100, how much do you give back? Scale of 1 to 100, with 100 being 100% give back.
I give back, I would say, like 60, 70.
Oh, I'd put you a lot higher than that, girl.
I know.
I'm going to say, I'm going to give you 100 at giving back. That's what I'm going to say. Do you think that's accurate? Because you were being humble, but I'm more accurate. I think you're a 100% give back person, right? Yeah. Right? Okay. Glad we could sort that out. Now, how much do you allow yourself to receive? And what's the first number that pops into your head?
The first number that came to my head was 40, and then I dropped it to 30.
Me too. I got 40. Yeah, I always do that. I ask a person, I see what pops in first, And then, and if they're way off, I know. Like when I got 100% on the first one, I'm like, I know that's it. I was just waiting to see what you were going to say. 40% is what I got. So look, you can't. You're going, I do this job so I can give back. But honey, you cannot give back, truly give back, if you're not receiving. Then you're just completely out of balance, right? And so think about it like an ocean wave, right? So the wave comes in at 100%, but then it only goes back 40%, and then it comes in 100%, only goes back. All of a sudden the wave is taking over the whole land. It's like, wait, we have no ocean left, right?
Oh yeah.
So look, just look at nature. Nature is completely in balance. And the reason you can't receive is because you've set yourself up to only give. Right? Give. Okay. Stop it. You are in the perfect position to set yourself up to receive. And so when I say receive, I'm going to tell you a little secret about me. I work with maybe one client a day. Maybe. And I take 2 or 3 days off on top of that. Like I'm just about receiving all the time. I just like do what I want to do all the time, and it's like, it's like, and what's really funny is because what happens is I feel more and more abundant. You see, when you don't have enough time, you are creating the feeling of not enough. I don't have enough time. But it's the feeling of not enough. So then you feel like I don't have enough money, I don't have enough health, I don't have enough good relationships, whatever it is, it's going to show up as not enough. Whereas when you have the feeling of there's plenty, I have plenty of time, I get to do whatever I want, I get to get up whenever I want, right? I go to sleep whenever I want. I'm not under any pressure at all. Well, guess what? When you come from that state of mind, it's the state of mind that creates. Now, a lot of people would argue about that, but I know that you understand what I'm saying. Your state of mind is what's creating, right? So you want to have, I'm guessing, you want to have a happy life, right? Wouldn't that be just great? So what do? I'm just happy all the time. I'm just happy, right? Right? Yeah. I just hang out and I'm happy, and I practice generosity, but I don't do like I have to. Like you will never hear me say, "Oh, I have to talk to somebody today." Never. I'm always like, "Oh, I get to talk to this person today. Oh, and today I get to talk to this person. It's so great. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen for them." Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's that feeling of, oh, I feel so at peace. I calm. Calm. Now, you've set up your own schedule, and so you are the only person that can change it.
Yes.
Right? Okay? Yes. So last time we talked, it sounded like you're like, yeah, I don't have as many clients as usual, so I'm going to ask you something. Why don't you try doing this for a month? Do not add any more people to your list.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Is it scary or does that feel good? Okay. So because you see what happened. I know. It's okay. So bring your nature team in and just say, and do this. When you go, it's scary, you go, and I'm willing to let this go. I'm willing to let go of this fear that, first of all, one of your fears is that you have to do it all by yourself, and it's up to you. Yeah. And if it's to be, it's up to me. And you keep forgetting that there's all the abundance of the world for you if you just let it in. I'm serious, because you can't let it in, because how you let in all the abundance is by hanging out in a state of love. The only reason you don't experience that is because you go into fear. And what adds to that fear? So think about it. When you are late constantly, you're in a constant state of anxiety, right?
Right.
And so that's one of the reasons you can't experience love taking care of you, because you've dropped your frequency down to a state of fear, right? So everything below 200, you know, that whole chart from power versus force, that chart, you know about that? Where below 200 is all fear-based emotion?
Yeah.
200 is the turning point, right? So 200 is the turning point between fear and love. And do you know what 200 is that turns it from fear to love? Courage. Isn't that cool? So you have to have courage to not take on more clients. So let me ask you something. Last time we talked, and you had less clients than usual, but you weren't really enjoying it because there was a little bit of fear there that, and I don't know, and you know, right? Okay. I want you to pretend right now for just a moment that you didn't have that feeling. So go back to having less clients. Take out the feeling of fear, just like you were dreaming it, right? So since you're dreaming it, you dream how many clients you have, it's less. But now this time, you're not afraid that you need more clients. So what is it like having the amount of clients that you had without fear? Like, let's say, to make your mind happier, let's say that this week, so for this week I'm not going to have clients, and in when I get back from vacation I'll have tons of clients, so I'm not at all worried. I have no worries. So how much did you enjoy the amount of clients you had that was less than usual?
I would so much more enjoy it. I could spend, maybe a little bit more time if I choose to. I could stop and just maybe get myself some tea. and I could listen to something without like rushing to get from one place to another. I could, sit in front of my, patient's house and just be like, oh, let me just listen to this music, or let me just do something else, do a toning, or wow.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, that is your assignment going forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's really going to
because what you're going to
being on time. Yeah, waking up on time.
Well, and here's the thing.
Yeah,
it's all you're going to start to feel better, and stop limiting the divine by saying, oh, well, this is where my income is here. Don't do that because it can come from anywhere, right? Your abundance can come from anywhere. I mean, think about it. If you're healthier, that's pretty freaking abundant, isn't it?
Yep.
Right? Yeah. And so can you imagine that the way you've been doing it, you've been kind of running yourself into the ground, and that might not be the healthiest thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here I am, I'm telling you, you can not only have fun, but you're going to be healthier. You're going to have better relationships. You're going to have a better relationship with yourself because you're going to feel nurtured. And this new term is like self-care. And then the idea is, get yourself a massage. You couldn't do any better self-care than just feeling at peace in your day and loving what you do and not pushing yourself. That's and that doesn't, you don't have to pay a dime for that. You just do it.
You just do it, right? No, my goodness.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
And then be on it with your gratitude journal. So each day, write how grateful. See, before you were worried, I need more clients, but you didn't do the gratitude journal, did you? And go, I'm so grateful that I have so few. Right? I have so few clients. I had a blast. Maybe I should do more of this. Right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
And the beautiful thing for you, I know. See, the beautiful thing for you is like for some people, they really have to give up their job, just over broke, right? and so it's like, in order for them to do what you're going to do without a thought, they'd have to actually stop what they're doing and go do something else, and that's really scary for people. All you have to do is nothing. Yeah. You do nothing. You just don't take on any new clients. You don't do anything.
I just say no. I just practice saying no. Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so as you're doing this, try out one thing. Now, this might scare you, so if it does, don't overdo it, but I'm going to tell you what I love to do. So if you go out for tea, like if you just bring your own tea, great. But if you go out to eat, or you go out to get a snack or a tea or something like that, be a ridiculously generous tipper.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I tip 50 to 100% all the time.
Wow.
I went out to dinner last night by myself, and I got a meal, and I left the waitress $20, and I didn't see her face, but I know that she would have been like, oh my gosh, it's just like, it is so much fun, and it's like the place where I live, I do this all the time. Like one time, my daughter and I just went to Dairy Queen. It was like $6 for a couple of ice cream cones, and I left the woman a $10 tip, and she's like, "Oh, Mom, did you see her face just light up for $10? You can just light someone up." I mean, I'm telling you, it is so much fun, and it's like it doesn't matter. It's like you do, like I will eat less so I can pay a bigger tip. That's how I look at it. I look at how much of it, right? Yeah. And it's so amazing. And then let it allow for money to come to you from anywhere and everywhere. Stop thinking that you have to make money, right? It is about prosperity and abundance consciousness. So have you been doing that prosperity program with John Randolph?
I have been doing it, yes. I have every night.
Good. Okay, perfect.
I love that.
So keep doing that and understand. So look at those abundant statements, right? And okay. So in those abundant statements, you notice that there's never a mention of work, money, anything. It's all about consciousness, right?
Yes.
It's all about knowing that love is your supply, right? So here's the thing, Maria, you have love in spades. You've got that. You've got that. So the only thing that's been stopping you is that you've been counterbalancing it with anxiety and fear and worry, right? And it's so simple, isn't it? Like it doesn't seem like worrying about being late could slow you down, but you're hanging out below 200.
Right.
And so you can't so love is right there, but you are creating something that is not what's actually surrounding you. Love is in you, surrounding you, everywhere. But if you are focused on fear, then you're not even going to know it's there, right? Because you're focused. You can't be in two places at one time, right?
Yes.
So you're either focused on fear or you're focused on love. Period. You can't do both, right?
Yeah. Right.
And so what you're choosing right now, you are choosing love over fear. You're going, I am going to have the courage to choose love over fear.
Yes.
And you are going to have so much fun. Oh, my gosh. It'll scare the pants out of you for a while there. Like, how can I do this? But you know what? You hang in there. Hang in there and just trust the process. Like, this is why you're doing this with me, right? Because I will push you to do this. If you were just doing it on your own, you're like, oh, that's a nice idea, but no, I could never do that. But you're talking to me, and of course, and then you have to check in with me every week, just the way your sister doesn't like that. Say this, and then you tell her, you go, sweetheart, there's a reason I check in every week, because you tried to get out of this week, and I'm like, no, you can't get out of this week. Come on, we can do it Thursday and not Wednesday. Okay, I'll do it Thursday. No, wait, let's make it Wednesday. Okay, great. Right?
Oh my God, I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting. I was going to quit the hospital, and then last minute, I was like, I allowed my coworkers to. They changed my mind for a second. And so I said, okay, I'm going to go on vacation and I'll come back and then I'll do it then. But I was going to quit my job because I needed more time for myself. I knew that I needed more balance.
Right.
And then I said, no, it's okay. I'll stick around a little bit more. But wow.
Okay, then explain this to me. Explain it to me, because I thought you were working at individual people's homes. I didn't know you worked in a hospital as well.
Yeah, I work at a hospital too.
Okay.
And I've been there for, about 15, 16 years. I only work 2 days out of the week.
Right.
But I realized towards the end, I've been getting tired, and a lot of personnel has changed, and it's not as fun anymore. And it's fun only on Sundays. Yeah.
Okay, great. So are you going to let go of that?
I'm going to let go of it, yeah.
Good.
Because I realize that even though it is fun sometimes, it's not worth it for me. Yeah. I'm not getting anything out of it anymore. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so just remember that we are going through massive changes now. All the, cosmic changes, all kinds of stuff is going on, right? And so what was perfectly fine a few years ago is no longer appropriate right now. Sometimes what was appropriate 6 months ago isn't appropriate now, right? So remember how I talk on track 4 in relationships, and I talk about God speaks through your feelings. Mm-hmm. So what you're getting around work is the feeling of no. But God doesn't go, okay, that's it, you're not allowed to do this. No, you have free will. But the feeling in your body is, no, I don't want to do this. And that's why, but what the mind does, it goes, but you've always liked this. You've been here for 15 years. You need the money, blah, 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 this whole story. But the body will not lie. So God will let God speak through your feelings and then look at what feels good. So now what you've gotten to see is it's a big no to the hospital. It's a no to new clients. It's a big yes to the clients I do have. I feel really good about all my clients. I feel good about the amount of clients I have. It'll give me time and space, and I'm already thinking of cool things I can do that would feel really good, right? You're so good, Maria. You're so quick.
Yeah.
I love it.
I because I see it. I see it. Like I see you painting a picture for me, and I'm like, I see that picture. I see it so clearly, and I see how the first thing we talked about today was me being on time, and I can see how that is going to help my balance. During my day, having fun, enjoying my patients more, and not being addicted to this adrenaline that I didn't realize I was addicted to. Yeah, and so that is going to change, and so that is also going to help my health.
Sure, a lot. Yeah. I'm so proud of you. I can hardly stand it.
I can't. I can't wait to. I want to go back to work now. Like I want to go back and do this thing that tomorrow. It's like I want to go and do it. Yeah.
Right? Well, and let me just show you something. So I used to do, like years ago, I would just do single sessions with people. And it got to where it wasn't fun because I was just kind of repeating myself over and over again. It was kind of the same, okay, let me get you, and then you do this, and go listen to the How to Feel Better When Things Get Worse, and that'll help you. And it was like, it just wasn't fun. But when I started working with people in 8-week segments, that became fun because now I get to go with you on this journey, and I get to actually assist you and watch you go through this process. And then, some people just keep going. They do like as many 8 weeks as they choose. But I keep it really small so that it's just fun. It's always fun for me. I never feel like I'm working. But other stuff came in, that brought in money that I wasn't planning on. I wasn't thinking about it. It just happened. And it wasn't because I was trying to make more money. So understand that. Stay out of that. I'm trying to make more. I need more. No, listen, try feeling abundant. Try just feeling great. Okay, here's how you get to abundance. Like if you're not feeling abundant, this is all you have to do. So on the scale, right, 200 is courage, and below that's fear stuff. Then it goes up, and so 400 is neutrality. 500 is love, like unconditional love. 600 is peace. But get this, 800 is gratitude and appreciation, right? All you have to do is focus on gratitude and appreciation, and you'll pull yourself out of any funk you're in. And think about how easy that is. Really, I am so grateful for everything, every little thing. I'm grateful. I look up at the sky, and I'm grateful for whatever I'm seeing, and I'm grateful for, but I mean, naturally, like I don't try to make myself, I literally feel grateful all the time, right? And consequently, I'm happy all the time. Right? I mean, I just am happy all the time because you cannot be a grateful person and not feel happy. Right?
It's true. There's no way. Right.
It's true. You can't. Right? So gratitude is going to be your ticket. So when you start to spiral down and go, but wait about it, and I got a bill, and what about blah, 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 just go, what can I be grateful for right now? Or go listen to the children's affirmations kind of thing. Go listen to Amelia's affirmations because it's really childlike. And I think for you've been such a great adult, and you want to bring back your child. And so go listen to that. And so I can't wait to hear what's going to happen next week after you practice this. So, remind me.
My internet here is not so good right now because I used it all up, so I have no data anymore. So I don't.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I've been trying to listen to the Keely, the Zoom call, and I was like, man, it's taking so long to load. So, but I'm gonna put that on my list. Yeah.
Oh, honey, listen. Listen. Next time, okay. I'm going to just send you. I have downloads of everything, downloads of all the lessons. So, all you have to do is just download it. But I didn't even think about that. So just remind me when you get back. I'll send you the downloads, and then wherever you are, wherever you travel, you can just listen to a downloaded version. So it's already waiting there for you. In fact, get this on YouTube. If you have YouTube and you pay for YouTube, like whatever it is, it's totally worth it because you have no commercials. And I'm so used to it now that anytime I see a commercial, I'm like, oh, that's horrible. So, but if you pay for it, right, you can literally download any of my stuff right onto your phone, right off of YouTube. Okay. So you can have the entire the game audiobook that I did. You can download that. You can download just about anything. But all of my stuff is there. All the stuff that you're listening to in the giving game, it's right there on YouTube.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Oh, definitely nice. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So I know the better it gets, man.
There you go.
Well, so you never need to run out of data ever again.
Right. I know. I'm like, what has happened? I don't like this. Yeah.
I know.
Okay, so I know. I'm gonna be really I'm gonna be attuned to my time. And even though I'm not like back in my regular schedule, I'm still going to kind of like work on that. Like, oh God, this word.
Say
yeah,
practice.
I'm going to be practicing it.
I'm going to practice.
I'm going to practice it. Yes, right. Thank you. Yes.
Sure.
I'm going to practice it. I'm going to practice it even now, even though like, I need to be at the airport at a certain time tomorrow. Okay, then we make sure that we get up early. We do everything, at a good time where I have time to even like focus on myself and look at myself, like how am I feeling? What am I doing? What am I thinking right now?
Right.
And not to rush to do everything. Okay, good.
Perfect.
Good. So I'll start
That's
doing that
exactly
tomorrow.
How you do it. Yeah. And then when do you go back and work with your clients again, or your patients?
Well, I'm going to be able to accept clients again on January 7th.
7th. So you have a nice little. Okay, and then are you just going to relax this coming week, or do you have to come and go a bit?
This coming week I'm going to actually go back to Mexico. I'm back to LA on the 30th and the 31st, and then 31st I fly out. The 1st, actually. 31st to the 1st I fly out to Mexico again with some friends.
Oh,
and then I'm there from the 1st all the way to the 6th.
Oh, great. Well, you're going to have a really good opportunity to practice then. Practice each day, just having this awareness. And it's just going to be a change of it's like sometimes it's like when a person starts to think of themselves a certain way, like I'm always this way, and this will get you a really great opportunity. Start to tell yourself, I'm always on time, easily and effortlessly. Like wherever I go, write that down. I'm always on time, easily and effortlessly. Just tell yourself that over and over again, even when you're not rushing around we won't even say rushing. Even when you're not trying to get someplace at a certain time. Like if you're just lying in bed and you think about it, just go, I'm always on time, easily and effortlessly, and just let that be your mantra, right? And the other thing that I have done when I've actually had if I've actually had a problem with time that maybe had nothing to do with me or whatever, there's actually I can't guarantee this, but it works for me. But I learned years ago that there are like time lords, and you can ask them to fold time for you. And I do that. Like if I'm late, I'll ask them to fold time. And boy, I'm either there right on time, or the event starts a little late. But whatever time I get there, it'll be perfect. It'll be like amazing. Or like all of a sudden I'll get every green light. Yeah.
It's happened to me. I've noticed that because even though I'm late in the mornings, like I'm late to see my patients, by midday I'm like, what? I'm caught up. Like I didn't, because something will happen where, it was perfect that I was late because they were also running late. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so crazy. Or one time I was on a flight. I needed to be back at 10:30 because I was supposed to be on a call at 10:30. I didn't realize my flight didn't land until 10:45. Well, I landed at 10:15 on time for my 10:30 call. We were there early. Time lords were helping me. They were on my side, and I looked back and I'm like, oh my God, how did that happen?
Yeah, I do that.
So,
I work with them, or I'll work with the nature team. I'll just invite in my nature team, and I'll say I need to be there on time, and da 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 da. But I don't rush around and then ask for this. Like, I'm constantly working on this idea that I'm on time effortlessly and easily. So I'm constantly telling myself that. And then if anything comes up where I need a little extra help, I just bring them in. And I mean, like, wow, it's amazing how that works. You'll be so excited. Yeah. And then you're going to see how freaking creative you really are, that you're creating your reality. You're going to see it clear as day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. Before I started with you, I think when I was doing the giving game a while, like when I was doing giving, I was doing my gratitude journal. And just basic, just I'm grateful for, I'm grateful for, I'm grateful for. And I would always say I'm grateful for my patients. And I remember then I was really enjoying my work. I was really enjoying my patients. I was really enjoying them. And I didn't have very many. And I think somehow something happened where this whole more is better, and then I went out of whack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if there's any better. Right? And if there's any patients that you're not wild about, that you're working with, then you just ask for an upgrade. You go, okay, I would like this kind of, like any patient that you like the most, go, this or something better. This or something better. And then you're going to find that patients that aren't a match to you will drop away, and the ones that are a match to you, you'll get more like that.
Yeah.
Okay? And you can ask for it. You can literally say, I intend this. And you bring your nature team and let them handle it. You can literally go, I intend to have the perfect patients for me. Thank you. That's it. You opened the coning. You asked for what you wanted. You said thank you. You closed the coning. You let them handle it. Stay out of it. So easy.
Gosh, that's so true. Stay out of it. I need to stay out of it.
Yeah.
I'm so much in
right?
it.
Yeah. Right?
Oh.
Yeah, this will be fun for you. It'll be, this is like an adventure. When you get the hang of it, it's an adventure. It's not hard. You're like, oh, what an adventure. I mean, this is so cool. And that's why I love talking with you, because you take everything on like an adventure, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, no, and I see it. Like, I see myself, and I see it as you're telling me. I can picture it. And that's really fun.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Oh, my God, this is so good. So many good things.
Yay!
Oh, my God. It's like, every time I talk to you, I'm like, I'm going to learn so much more today. I love it. It's all kinds of stuff.